Howdy people, I'm wearing my Grand Poobah hat because that is what I am. Alright, so let's start talking about oil. Oil dropped, for those that didn't know. Let me just show up the price of oil here. Today is the 10th, I believe, at of course 2 a.m. because I like to work that kind of set hours. So here's a chart on my motorway. Now this is on Owanda. This year it was peaking at around 135 all the way down to 116. Today, what caused that? That's a big drop. Well, there's news about new oil supply. Let me just show that again. I always do this. My apologies. It's quite simple. Right here, 135 all the way down to 112. All right. So let's go back over to our article. So, you know, Canada, where I live, we're, I think, the second largest reliable source of oil for the U.S. You would think that leadership in the U.S. would gladly take oil from us. But part of the stagflation and inflation is because, well, the current leadership in the U.S., notice I'm not saying names here, the current leadership decided to cut off a pipeline from Canada for environmental, political reasons. So now they want to import oil. They do the so-called sanctions to respond, and they'd be swift and with a lot of impact. But yet they were, after the invasion of Ukraine, still importing 600,000 barrels per day. Remember, the prior presidential leadership pretty well got the U.S. to be self-independent energy-wise. Didn't need to import oil. We're actually exporting oil. And they could have been probably in a position to export oil to Europe as well, which they were in the later term of the prior presidency. So now we have a situation where they want to import oil from places like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. And yet we are supposed to be concerned about climate change. Well, if from either of these, which are both dictators, in Venezuela and Saudi. Remember, like Canada would be better. It's like more punitive because, well, it's Canadian oil. So they want to go back to polluting the planet pretty well. Increase oil exposure to the ships, potentially having collisions or whatnot in the middle of the ocean, having those oil spills. And really, really smart for the current presidency to think like that. But here we are again. So this drop was because of that, because now new oil coming into the market, and Russian oil is going to get cut. It's classic demand and supply. So yeah, they've got crushed this latest price, where oil potentially may have new sources. I don't know where Norway is, but it's one of the big reasons why this may have dropped. If you want to know more about fancy dancy stuff, we got a link at the top there. You can see quantlabs.net/contact, and I'll take you over to this page here, quantlabs.net/contact. And just put your info there, and you can get yourself into our email list, which we send out info every day about crypto and ETF and currencies. We've had our last basket producing up to a few days ago about 9% for the month, which is pretty strong. And everyone's now talking about commodity prices. Well, a month ago we caught that, and those that were watching reaped a huge benefits, and now our latest basket's got some new stuff that's proving to go up, and it is currencies you've never known. Other than that, we shall talk to you later. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.